Hey guys, welcome back to another video on our YouTube channel. Sorry about the little delay there, guys. We took a little break. We came back from the break to do some recording and came back to a broken camera. So we scrambled around all day on a holiday yesterday to try to find a new camera. We finally found one and we're now shooting in 4K. Today we're going to be showing you how to change your front brakes on your Harley Davidson Touring Motorcycle. This is going to be the non-ABS version. Before I get into the video, guys, I want to say a big, huge thank you to everybody out there subscribed to the channel. You guys are amazing. The channel is growing like crazy. We appreciate the heck out of it. It helps us keep this channel alive. If you haven't already, guys, please check out the channel. Over 80 videos on there, how-tos, upgrades, all kinds of stuff for the Harley Davidson Touring Motorcycles. Guarantee you'll find something. And if you do, please hit that subscribe button. After you hit that subscribe button, you'll see a little bell icon. If you hit that bell icon, it'll let you know every single time that we upload a new video. Guys, today we're going to be installing these drag specialty sintered brake pads on the front of the 2014 Street Glide back here. And guys, I picked these up from getlowered.com. Every now and again, I find a company that I really like and I'll fill them out a little bit. I'll order something small from them and then kind of gradually go bigger. The very first thing that I ordered for this 2014 Street Glide after we purchased it was the Joker Machine finned brake and clutch reservoir covers. And we got those from Get Lowered, guys. And then we graduated up to the bars. And then I ordered some Arlen Ness grips that match our air filter from them as well. Like I said, it's getlowered.com. I'll put the link down in the description so you can check that out better. If you don't know about the different brakes, when you start searching brakes online, guys, you're gonna notice that there's a couple of different kinds out there. There's organics and there's centered. So which one do you get? Those are the two more popular brands for motorcycles. You get the organic or the centered. Basically, the difference between organics and centered, you can get on Google and look it up and read all about it, but the difference between the two is one's harder and more grabby, that's your centered, and then you have a softer pad, that's your organics, and they're a little bit more, I guess, kind of spongy feeling. Now with the centered pads, like I said, they're a little bit more aggressive, they're grabby, but they're harder, so they are going to last a little bit longer. The only downside to the centered pads are if you have a polished rotor up front, it is going to scratch it. Even the organic ones are gonna scratch your polished rotors, guys, so it'll just take a little bit longer, and it's gonna create a load more brake dust for your front wheel to clean up. So that's kind of the difference, guys. So with me, my personal preference is the centered pads. They last longer, they're harder, they're more grabby. I just like them better. Like I said, I can ride with either one, but those are the ones that we tend to go with on our bike. All right, guys, so the first thing I like to do is go ahead and protect my fender, because as soon as you release this caliper right here with these two bolts, this is going to drop down. And you only have two bolts that hold the front rotor on, is this bottom one here and this bottom one here. It is a 12-point bolt, so don't put a regular socket on there. I don't know if you can see, hopefully you can see inside that socket, that is a 12-point socket, guys. So like I said, if you put a normal socket on there, you're gonna round that bolt out and you're gonna find yourself at the Harley Davidson trying to find a bolt. So what we're gonna do is just go ahead and release these two bolts. And you can see that caliper just drop. You can pull it straight down and off. Now, once we have the caliper off, guys, we want to take the rear screen off, and you can literally do it with your finger. Just push in that top tab, push down and pull it off. And there is your screen. You can see how dirty that is with brake dust. So what I like to do from there, guys, is go ahead and push my pistons back in. You can go up on the perch and take the front cover off. And what that does is when you push these in, it's going to allow the fluid to go back in the reservoir and just go ahead and raise in the reservoir. It's going to take that pressure off the line. If you do, make sure that you put plenty of towels around that, because if that brake fluid gets on any of your paint, it will eat it. So make sure you cover it up. I found over the years I can just generally get in here with a big fat flathead screwdriver and push these back in without taking that cap off. Once they're pushed all the way in, flip the caliper over. You're going to have a retaining pin right here. Pull this retaining pin out. Just pulls straight out. That's what it looks like right there, guys. It's a very small retaining clip. Flip it back over, and in the middle right here, you're going to have a number 5 Allen head. Go ahead and take that bolt out. That is your caliper pin. Take the caliper pin out. Now you can flip this back over and your brake pads should be released. You're going to kind of pull them to the middle. Sometimes you got to get in behind them and kind of wiggle them out. And there you go right there. We're going to take the other one out. There's the old one. So when you get your new brake pads out, you'll notice that they'll be rounded. They'll fit just in the caliper. They can only go one way, guys. And there's a hole right here for the caliper pin that we took out. So we know, we hold this back up here, the caliper pin hole is here. So it's basically going to go back in the caliper just like that. Now what I like to do to make it easy to put these back in is roll the front end into the front position and then push the back in just like that. Go ahead and seat them back up against the pistons. We'll take the next one. We'll do the same thing. Roll the front end, roll the back end. Don't really have much room to get your fingers down in there to make sure that they're pushed all the way back into place. Now once you have those installed, guys, you just flip it back over, put your caliper pin back in with your number 5. And what I'm going to do is just hand tighten it now. Once I get it installed back on the bike, I will check the torque spec on that. It's easier to do when it's on the bike than it is doing it by hand. Make sure that you put your new retaining clip back in, guys. Like I said, it goes right here on the edge and it just slides over the bolt. Push it straight down just like that. Now everything is installed correctly and we're going to put it back on the bike. I'm going to drop it down as far as it'll go and then bring it back up and get your bolt started. Once I have my bolts started, guys, I'll go ahead and drive those in and then we'll check the torque spec on those as well. So the torque spec on your caliper pin is 75 to 102 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds, guys. I have mine set to about 95, so we'll go ahead and get that into spec. Right there. Doesn't take a whole lot, guys. The 2 caliper bolts right here that actually mount it to the fork are 28 to 38 foot-pounds. So I have mine set to 35. Once again with that 12-point socket. All right, guys, the only thing you have left to do is go ahead and put your screen back on, or I'll just take my towel and wipe out some of that old brake dust. You'll notice on the back of the screen you have 2 tabs and you have 1 tab. The 2 tabs go down, put them in first, use your fingernail to push in that top tab and just go ahead and pop it on. That is it, guys. You're done. All you have to do is move to the other side of the bike and do the exact same thing. So remember how we pushed our pistons back out to get our new brake pads in so we could slide the new thickness of the brake pads onto the caliper? Now you've created a little bit too much room from the caliper to the brake. So the first time you squeeze these, or first 2 or 3 times you squeeze these, they're going to be soft and mushy. So you just want to come back up here to your front brake. See how that went all the way in like that? That's like nothing. So I will just keep pumping these. Took about 5 pumps and now that's as far as I can pull them, guys. So what that's done, guys, is put that fluid back in, push the pistons back down. So like I said, I don't remove the cover here when I do mine. I found over the years that I don't generally have to. If I can't get those pistons to push in, come up here, take these top 2 screws out. Make sure the bike is level. If you don't, you're gonna have fluid just run right out if you got it on the jiffy stand. So it's just better if you get the bike level, maybe on a jack. But pull this cap off. Make sure that you have plenty of towels and stuff wrapped around this, because if this brake fluid drips down on your paint and stuff, it can potentially eat the paint. So since we're talking about braking, guys, there's a YouTube channel I want you to check out real quick, and that's Kevin over at MC Rider. I'll put the link down in the description below. Guys, I've been riding since I was a little kid, all the way down to like 7 years old, and I'm 45 now. It's never too late to start learning new things or just get a simple refresh course in your head. I took a riding course 4 years ago with a buddy of mine, and I've had my license for a long time, and it just kind of gave me a refresh course on what's going on when I'm riding the bike. You kind of tend to develop bad habits And these videos will point them out, and you'll start remembering, oh yeah, I shouldn't do that. But check out his channel, guys. I've been a subscriber to Kevin for a long time. Really down to earth guy, and very professional. He has some great videos and some great tips and learning. Just like I said, even if it's just a refresher for you, it's worth it, guys. So I hope this video helped, guys. If you've got any questions or comments, as always, leave it in the comment box down below, and I'll try to help you the best that I can. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I got those parts from getlowered.com. You can check those out. Once again, the link will be down below. So that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna get out here and get back to work. But like I said, check out the channel. Tons of videos on there. Guarantee you're gonna find something. And if you do, please hit that subscribe button. But until the next video review, as always, be safe, keep your knees in the breeze.